So hey guys, how are you guys doing? This is Sam here, and yes, we are back with the Legrand Legacy Tale of Fatebounds. Let's continue. Na 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 na. After taking the child to Durai, we were in Durai. Now we are going for the main mission or the main quest, as you would like to call it. Yeah. As soon as this game opens, see, the problem is the game doesn't knows it's being recorded, right? So that is why it just like loads very slowly. It's not like it's shy or something. No, no, no. Oh, that's you, Will. Aren't you, you, Will? Meet again, Mr. You, Will. Ah, Finn, fancy meeting you here. What brings you here? Are you on another errand? No, I don't have any errands for now. I just like it here, just as I like seeing you together with your friends. You sure have been through so much, Finn. I'm glad you and your friends have each other. Yes, you're right. So am I. Of course you are. If you still have something you are unsure about, why don't you ask me while you're here? No. 4 ornaments, yeah. History tells us of the first coming of the Firbolgs, violent monster from Dun Eden. The ornaments of Lear are the only tools capable of stopping their invasion. If you still have something you... Okay. And the conversation. Are you happy with my answers? I guess I am. Thank you. I just hope that you always see the right path before you, Finn. What right path are you talking about? You are the only person I have ever met who is this kind and caring towards this world. Everyone gave up hope a long time ago, but you didn't. You are always searching for the truth. Those eyes of yours are always gleaming with hope for the future, and you are always ready to protect your friends. Is that really how you see me? Don't think too lightly of yourself. I've come across people like you before. Give yourself a pat on the back once in a while, okay? And remember, you are the only one who knows what's best for you. Okay. Hey, should I try to follow you, Will? Okay. So we are in Durai. From Belfast you come to Durai. Now you go to Marias. Let's try to go to Marias. Maybe we'll find him there. If he's a very distinct king looking. Who's this? No one. If you is here, he shouldn't be that hard to spot. Marias entrance, Lucius chamber. Nope, you is not here. Let's try the Marias market. Nope, Ewell doesn't seem to be here either. Hall of Beasts? Ewell, are you here? Nope, no Ewell sighted here either. Okay, then Joshua Tree. Yeah, I know there is a very slim chance of him being at the Joshua Tree. It's supposed to be guarded and protected. Yeah, I thought so. Mariah's Mist. Oh, there he is! You're Ewell, right? Is that you, Mr. Ewell? Indeed it is! I, your occasional source of information. Perhaps I should write all my knowledge down in a book. Can you think of a title for me? Um, what's wrong? You seem rather confused. Want to ask me something? Go ahead. Not really. Come on, asking question won't hurt anyone. No, no, no. How did you get into Mirage? Ha ha ha, there is no way I'm telling you my secret. Come on, asking questions won't hurt anyone. No. End conversation. I have to go now. Thank you, Mr. Ewell. You're welcome, Finn. Till we meet again. So you're not going to give me another one? Another what? Nothing. I'll be going then. Okay, no nerd this time. That was kind of weird. I was expecting a nerd this time. Okay, let's go to the entrance, and now we are going to Highland Wharf. Yeah, there is a chance we might just meet Ewell back there. Don't spot him like right away. Oh, here he is. Hello, Finn. Glad to see you again. Hello, Mr. Ewell. It's amazing how I'm no longer surprised to run into you everywhere I visit. I'm actually looking forward to speaking to you. Glad to know that you have grown accustomed to me. You know what? What to do now? We have bumped into each other, right? Ask questions. Fire away. Those two monsters have you fought them, Finn? They are unlike anything you have ever faced before. The path is crawling with monster and soul of the dead. Venturing through this place is no walk in the park. Mountain Guardian, aka the Soul Eater, Viterli Yuri, is another horrible monster that inhabits these lands. They are called the Corpse Devourer. These beasts consume the bodies of and the souls of the soldiers who meet their end in the past. Rarely do their families manage to find what's left of their loved ones. Most of the time, there is nothing left to bury this far away. End the conversation. Sorry, but I need to go, Mr. Ewell. My friends are waiting for me. I'm sure I won't be long before we run into each other. Sure, then it might be sooner than you think. Until we meet again. Not so useless after all. Okay, so basically I'm thinking I should go. I did find that thing, the flying thing in the Phineas. So I still need to deliver that to Dumville, right? So I think when I will deliver it to Dumville will be accessible by this thing, this fast travel thing. So I'm gonna try to go do that. Hopefully it will work as I think or as I want it to work. Yeah. Let's see. Dumville, dum dum will, dum dum will, dum 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 will, dum dum will, dum will, dum 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 will. Dumb people for dumb will, dumb people for dumb will courtyard. Run, my sweet little fella, run like the wind. And here is the guy. Look at you, covered in bruises and wounds. It's a miracle that you're alive. I'm sorry, it was us who did that to her. She suddenly attacked us. Oh, please don't worry about it. Jiffins heal quickly. She'll recover in no time. Thank you for saving her. I hope she learns from this incident and stop wandering off on her own. Here, take this golden ticket. Oh, thank you. And tell her I'm sorry. Don't blame them. It's your fault for attacking people. Remember to never do it again. Actually, I should be the one apologizing here. I'm glad that none of you got hurt. Don't worry about it. The important thing is that we are all safe. Wait, how about I give you a free ride? Let me know if you want me to take you somewhere. No, you shouldn't. I insist. This is the only way I can repay your kindness. All right then. Thank you. Okay, free ride. So let's just go to Highland Raft. That was good. That was fun. Free ride. Let's go talk to Jamal now. No, first save. Now what I want to do is check journal. Legendary 5. I've defeated one of them in Phineas. In the Belfast dungeon. Roshua tree. For Roshua tree. The Dinagat cave. Let's talk to Jamal. Are you ready for Austrian port, folks? Yes, we are, man. We are ready to get going, Captain. And let's sail for Austrian port. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We are ready. Let's go. You should stop thinking about it so much, Finn. Lady Cicatia. No matter how evil the Red Prince was, I know that isn't who you are now. But it affected how people look at me, especially Messiah. She seems to hate me now. No, she doesn't. I think she just had some issues. What do you mean by issues, Lady Cicatia? Well, her childhood friend just betrayed her. Okay? And now a person she trusted so much for a long time turned out to be the Altean Red Prince. It's understandable for her to be cautious, but it will pass, I promise you. How can you be so sure about the Lady Cicatia? What if she refuses to trust me again? Finn, she has this particular feeling for you, a feeling that I think is too strong to be denied, even if she found out who you used to be. I am not sure how to feel about that. All I see is her doubting everything about me. She's only trying to protect herself and her feelings, and the moment she found out about you, I saw her start to feel like she doesn't really know you, doesn't really understand you anymore. It's just that she can't allow that feeling to cloud her judgment. I've always respected her for that. Her strength of character really reminds me of my sister. But how can I make her see me the way she did before, regardless of my past? Don't worry, Finn. The longer she sees you as you are now, the sooner she will come to realize that she needs to stop blaming you for your past. How can she stop blaming me? I am the Altean Red Prince, the man who massacred countless Fandorians. People tend to fear what they don't really understand, Finn, but you can't do that to yourself. I think she knows the Red Prince better than I do. That's just an old nickname now. You can forget all about it. I think she's afraid of what you might be capable of. You are an Altean, more or less, which means that Dringer blood flows through your veins. Dringer blood in me? Yes, I suppose that explains what you saw in Juvenile when you came in contact with Delveran remains, and why the shades of Phineas detested you so much. So being part Dringe makes me more dangerous because I don't think I can withstand that kind of power. It's hard to say there's another trial waiting for us. Will help you answer that question. There's no need to grapple with it just yet. Another trial and grow inside the true tooth tree. Indeed, it might be the toughest one of all because it will help us uncover our true potentials as the Fatebound. That's why I told you not to think too much about your past. You see, if you doubt yourself now, you will make the travel even harder for yourself and the rest of us. You have experienced that before, right? Yes, I understand. Good. Now, do yourself a favor and pull yourself together, Finn. Thank you, Lady Cicatia. Come on now, let's go and find the others. Come on, lo. Malish, the Fandorians, they aren't. Oh, Gunther, you had one job to do and a hell of a lot of soldiers to do it with. What happened? The Fandorians weren't alone in the past. They had backup. Even the Fandorian king didn't send them any reinforcement. What kind of backup are you talking about? Apparently, they recruited some southerners to fight with them. Oh, that's just great. So thousands of Altean soldiers were defeated by a single Fandorian military division and a gang of peasants armed with pitchforks. Is that how you want Altea to be known, to be remembered? They were just they weren't just peasants. They were well armed. Enough, I don't want to hear your excuses. Brother, your job was quite simple. You were only to besiege the pass and drive the Fandorians out of there. Why? Why couldn't you just get it done? For Lear's sake. You might not believe this, but Finn was there. He was alive. Finn? Now you're telling me you saw a ghost. That's one of the worst excuses you have ever made, brother. I don't believe you. You can ask all the soldiers who survived the battle. Finn was there. He was fighting with the Fandorians. He turned against us. That's impossible. He hated Fandor more than anyone else in this kingdom. He seemed confused, but he still managed to kill many of our soldiers in the battle. I take it this means you failed to kill him the first time? I pierced his body many times and threw him off a cliff. I made sure he wouldn't get back up again. Then it's obvious you failed to kill him. Ah, damn it, Gunther, why can't you ever do anything right? I gave you an army, I gave you all the power you needed, and you still couldn't complete one simple task. You are blaming me for this while your plan is failing at every turn. My plan would have worked just fine if I had the right person to execute it. All these years I've done everything you said, and what do I have to show for it? Nothing. You've got nothing. That's because you can never get things done, not even the most basic task. And now we have lost a valuable ally. What? Don't you understand? Word has spread that Altea suffered a great loss in the past. Now Goliath considers us incapable of keeping our words. Our alliance with them has ended. That means an end to our supplies. It means we are going to have trouble managing our troops. I wasted years negotiating with them, and you have just ruined it all, Gunther. Why, brother? Why do you have to embarrass me every single day? We risked our necks for them, and now they are just walking away. How could you have allowed this? I didn't allow anything. You are the one who allowed this to happen. Why the hell do you think they abandoned us now? Your diplomacy has led us nowhere. Now I'm going to do things my way. It's too late. There's nothing you can do now. We are on our own now. I hope you brought enough troops back from the past. I still have plenty of troops. I'm going to march them to Goliath. I'll show them what they are capable of. What? What are you going to do, Gunther? I'll show them who is in charge and I'll take the ornament from them. Don't be a fool, Gunther. You don't stand a chance. We will see about that. No, I forbid you. I'm not going to just stand here while they look down their noses at us. I'm done taking orders from you, Roland. You, how dare you? I'm your king. Bah, you can keep the throne, but the army stays with me. You're not going anywhere, Gunther. I don't need your permission. God, stop him now. You really want to do this, Roland? I forbid you to lead us into a war on two fronts. So you are just going to let the Gorans despise us? You're not worthy of the throne, weakling. Loose lips may lead you to the guillotine. I'm warning you, Gunther. I'm not afraid of you, Roland. You, how dare you? Tell them to get out of the way or there will be blood spilled here. You dare draw your sword inside the throne room. Tell them to step aside or I will bring the entire castle down. You just branded yourself a traitor. I will see you executed. Just try it and I will destroy your reputation and stain your honor. I will tell the people the truth and you will lose the kingdom. If I lose everything, then you do too, Gunther. You will lose the army, you will lose all your soldiers. I am their generals. I have been fighting alongside them day in, day out, while you have just cowered inside this castle. Who the hell do you think they will follow? The troops have always been loyal to me. You can't stop me, Roland. Step aside, my liege. Step aside, soldiers. That's more like it. God, summon Commander Nugaria and the other commanders. Don't let Gunther involve them in this. Aye, as you wish, my liege. Very well, dismissed. Okay, so finally they are having like a dispute amongst them. Well, they killed two of their brothers. They killed their father. It was just about time. You are here, folks. This is Austrian port. This the main port of the northern Targan. The port, the port that's been keeping all sorts of things running properly for the capital. Wow, it's really busy here. It's quite messy. It's quite a messy place considering it's near the capital. I never thought I'd come back here. It almost feels like I'm starting this journey all over again. You have been here before, Miss Arya? Yes, this is the first place I went to. I went to when I got to Targan, and you know the rest of the story. When I met Finn not long after that, did this fort look the same? The first time you were here, Miss Arya. I mean, are there always so many slaves around? It seems nothing has changed. This place still feels unfriendly and looks disorganized. I wouldn't dare you say that. I wouldn't dare to say that myself, Miss Arya. Although I certainly do think it. I can agree with that. Unlike Dinabad, this port has always been used for business purposes only. No one has ever bothered to look after it. Moreover, in the northern Targan, now humans definitely shouldn't be spending too much time here. But let's not allow this place to bother us any longer. We should head to Goras instead. Yes, you guys should go on ahead. I'll be waiting for you right here. Be safe, Captain. I don't think the people around here are usually welcoming to humans. Don't worry, it doesn't matter much whether we are humans or Arimans. We stealers have our own customs. Putting all differences aside, we are always love to gather around and take a few shots and tell stories of our voyages. That's a good. That's good to hear. Then we will see you later, Captain. I'll be around if you need me, milady. Be safe in the capital. Okay, so let's save now. So I am sure you will is supposed to be here. We will try to find him. Zoo, we meet again, young man. You are Zoo, the great shaman. Yes, do you wish to challenge yourself again? Young man, I have another task for you. Uh, see, I need some time to prepare. You how are you, my man? You finally arrived, then. Mr. Yuval, what are you doing here? It's not really safe for you to be in a place like this. It's okay, Finn, I'm in no danger. Is it even okay for me to be asking questions here? I don't see anything stopping you. What are the differences between the two ports of Tharagan? Do you mean Austrian and Dinabad talks? Surely you have noticed it too. It's most likely the golden anchors who dock in Austrian Dinabad. Dinabad, on the other hand, is a regular for merchants and travelers. Golden anchors? I'm talking about the privileged ambassador, aristocrat, slave traders, member of the royal family, you name it. Dinabad's role is to support the already established economic relationship with Austrian is responsible for the influx of new businesses. Dinabad dock might be bigger, but this port is an essential pillar of the economy and politics, especially for the capital. I don't see anything stopping you. Oh, okay. Not so sure anymore. Huh, not so He's a funny man. Yeah, it was like I saw something there. Oh, I have to go from that side. Okay. Now, what? It's just a fort. Nothing else. Maybe in this direction I'll find something else. Tell Haran. Oh! This is Tell Haran. So on one side of this port is Tel Haran, and on the other side is something else. Nice. Does this mean I could have came to this port like long before? I don't know. This is confusing. Where is this road taking me? Oh, so I just came all the way around the Rahaj Desert to Shapur. Ah, so I should have went up instead of going down. Now I kind of understand the map of this game, like this world map. You know, one thing I like, there are no Goliaths. Gates of Goldam. The first, did you guys look at the statues? I just barely noticed them, and like I just pressed the key. I wanna see that. Look at the size of the statues, man. This city is so majestic. It looks incredible. Yes, I don't have words to describe the city. Every corner, every detail is just beautiful. It's truly just one glance, and I can almost immediately sense the prosperity of the city. Color is impressed. Color me impressed. They don't call Gorai the greatest civilization of Legrand for nothing. I wonder how many drops of slave blood, sweat, and tears it took to build such a grand city. Yes, but don't let its beauty fool you. This is a dangerous place for humans to visit. We can't stay here for long. Group of free humans always attract more attention. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping I could look around other parts of the city. I'm sorry, but it's probably not a good idea. I'm afraid that even after all these years, the people of the city still aren't used to having large groups of humans strolling around freely. Ah, everyone's like that nowadays. They act all high and mighty, but their minds are still totally backward. No offense to them, I know you aren't like them. None taken. I'm afraid you aren't too far from the truth this time, Kale. But let's save this conversation for later. We have to keep moving. Yes, we should get straight for the true tree. I'm afraid it won't be that easy, Miss Arya. The true tree is located right above the Gorias palace, and like any other palace, not just anyone can walk in, especially humans. I, I see. Then what would it take to get us there? I assume you have a plan for this. We shouldn't talk here. Come on, we have to take shelter and discuss our plan. Is there anywhere for us to stay? Of course, Miss Arya, I have one place in mind we can use for temporary shelter. It's where I used to rest after a long day. I believe it's available for us to stay and it should be safe. Very well, let's stay there. Follow me. I was supposed to follow him, so what do I do? Oh, General's Den. Here we are. It should be safe for us here. Stay here for a while. This place looks perfect. It's as though no one ever cared that it existed. It looks like a dilapidated for a shelter. What is this place actually, Azam? Yeah, it's cold in here. How long has this place been abandoned? This place is where I used to live, but I can't remember how long it's been since I left. This was your home, Mr. Azam? Not exactly my home, but well, I suppose you could call it that. I used to spend most of my time here. Being here certainly brings back a lot of memories. Ah, the good old days. Yeah, I bet. It has a lot of potential, like the spooky vibe. The bed bugs won't even bother to stay, let alone bite. It's perfectly safe. Mr. Gale, you're being rude. You're going to ruin the good memories Mr. Azam has of this place. Ah, okay, I'm sorry. I'd say it's a perfect hideout. I'm sorry, my friends. I wish I could find a more comfortable place for us to stay, but I'm afraid this is all I have right now. Don't worry about it, Azam. If we were on a vacation, we would have gone to an inn. But we are here for a mission, and this is a fine place to discuss our plans. So, what's our next move? If you'll excuse me, I have something I have to take care of first. I promise I'll be back in no time. You aren't leaving without telling us what you are doing, Azam. So, where are you going? What are you up to? I need to notify the king himself of my arrival, and I have to do it alone. And may I ask why you have to go alone? I just think it's the proper thing to do. I haven't been here for a long time, and I can't bring humans to a palace just yet. Please just wait here until I get back. According to what Roger said before, you seem to have an unpleasant relationship in the city. You haven't told us about your history in Guras. Please, you need to tell us the truth before you leave, Azam. Later, Miss Arya, I promise I will explain everything after I meet the king. No, that's not how it works, Azam. You have been keeping this to yourself all this time. It's about time you let it out. I promise I will tell you everything later, but sadly I have to hurry. You said this place was safe, so I assume we have enough time. Now, you'd better tell us what's going on, or you are not going anywhere. Very well. Please tell us, Azam. Where do I begin? Like Roger, I also fought against slavery. Really, I'm guessing it didn't go well. Roger said slavery had always been legal in Goras. Are you saying you tried to fight slavery in the slave capital of Legrand? Yes, that's why I was banished and ended up in Austria. Wait, you were what? I'm sorry, I never told you. Oh, great, so you are another fugitive. We have got another fugitive on our hands. Silent boy, let Azam speak. Yes, please tell us the whole story, Mr. Azam. Decades ago, I was the first general of Goraz, and I was also to be made the hand of the king of Goldam. What the fuck? First general and an aspiring hand of the king. Interesting. So why did you choose to abandon such an honor? There was no longer any honor in being the hand of the king. The king himself had lost his way and had become blinded by slavery. Are you saying the king wasn't like this? What happened to him? It all started during the war against the cursed Norn, when humans started coming to our land and digging. The humans were looking for better minerals to fight the cursed Norn with, right? You should have helped them. We did help them, milady, but they kept coming and digging even after the war with the South had ended. But after the war, it was not need that drove them, but greed. They did not come looking for our help, but rather to exploit our land. They built mines all over the place and began harming the land. Eventually, we decided that the time had come for an action. We tried to discuss the issue with them peacefully at first, but sadly it was no use. We had no choice but to do things the hard way. In the beginning, we only intended to force them to stop digging, but unfortunately, the situation soon got out of hand. It quickly escalated into much bigger conflicts, and those conflicts sparked confrontations. Soon the war between humans and Armen reached far and wide. There seemed to be no end to it. The humans fought again as hard as we did. But then one day a man came and initiated the peace talks, and those talks led to a truce. A peace treaty. Yes, kind of. It said that Armens had to allow humans to live here or the humans would seize all trades with Targan. King Golden was afraid that Targan's economy would be crippled if he could not maintain trade between the continents. Trade is our main livelihood here in Targan, you see. Yes, Guraiz is well known for monopolizing the trade of the natural resources. He just described the main reason why Guraiz is so prosperous. Okay? So King agreed to sign the treaty, which I also think was a wise move. I assume this didn't end with humans and Armans living together happily ever after, right? I'm afraid not. For years we lived peacefully alongside humans, just as Armans of southern Tarragon do to this very day. You see, the southern Armans choose to accept having humans alongside them as equals. But there was a certain Arman who held a grudge against humans stronger than anyone else in the northern Targan. He convinced the king that the line between humans and Arman should be maintained. This backward Arman must have had the king's ear. Who was he? He is Burzim, the king's advisor. As a boy, he was orphaned during the war. He claimed that he lost everything because of humans. Though his accusation against humans have a bias, or is he just holding a grudge? Most people say that he was only a child when he lost his parents and home during the war. He grew up nurturing a grudge against humans, and it was seen that this grudge motivated him to climb his way to power in order to get revenge against the humans. And he managed to convince the king of the country to listen to him. You're right. He's probably the reason why most of the northern arguments agreed to burn their bridges with humans, and we ended up standing on different sides. He convinced the king of the need to build some kind of a divider that would remind the humans that they were far inferior to Armans. So it was designed to serve as a symbol of oppression for humans. What kind of divider is it? The divider is the city that stands tall right in the middle of Targan. Are you talking of? Are you saying that the divider is Tel Haran? Indeed, it is Tel Haran, the city of slavery itself. That wretched city is nothing but a symbol of Aryan superiority over humans. That's why you can witness humans being slaughtered there every single day. They build a city in order to have a place to kill humans for amusement without getting their hands dirty. As you know, the people of Garaz want to be considered noble and they have reputations to maintain. Bah, what a nonsense. But they said that Tal Haran was built to punish the criminals who roam the capital. Have you ever asked yourself why all those criminals are humans and there has never been a single Aryaman? Actually, no, I have never wanted to get a closer look at Tal Haran. I know that city is nothing but trouble. That's just, that's understandable, but it's a shame that so many people still believe those things to be true. And actually, no, you don't need to commit a crime to be put in Tal Haran, nor do you need to fight in the arena in order to escape the city. I'm sure you already realize that will use any nonsensical excuse to bring humans into the arena. Those are nothing but lies that people fabricated in order to satisfy their hunger for bloody entertainment. But it doesn't seem like they have ever run out of slaves. If they aren't criminals from the capital, then who are all the slaves? I don't think you want to know the answer to that, Miss Arya. They are people as I am. If they aren't criminals, I think I need to know about it. Please tell me. Very well. They are Fandorian troops, Miss Arya. I'm so sorry. Fandorian troops? That's impossible. How could they possibly have ended up here in Targan? Yeah, how is that even possible? It's a long way indeed, but they are actually prisoners of war who were sent here by the Alteans. Altea sent prisoners here? Impossible. Why? Why? What for? Truth be told, Guraiz and Altea built an alliance a long time ago. They're allies, but how? How could I not have known about any of this? If what you say is true, I should have known. I believe that King of Altea has been keeping this alliance a secret, and the King of Guraiz has been concealing his cooperation very carefully as well. He doesn't want any of those people out there to know that he has been intervening in a human conflict. I don't understand any of this. Why has Altea been sending their prisoners here? What benefit could they have gotten from this arrangement? It is indeed an extremely cruel arrangement, but it is also a very profitable for both sides. As you know, Altea is covered in snow, and both because of their surrounding, Altea has little by way of minerals or other natural resources. And Gorais is known for its abundance of all sorts of tradable goods, especially minerals. So the Alteans came here looking for our minerals, and in exchange, they agreed to send us Fandorian prisoners to use as slaves. No, no, I don't believe this. Altea takes so few prisoners. They are mostly never leave any survivors after a battle. I'm sorry, Miss Arya, but the truth is that is the truth. That is this who those slaves really are. This can't be true. You were supposed to do something about this. Why didn't you even try to stop it, Azam? Miss Arya, believe me, when the alliance treaty was signed, I knew that the king had lost his way. This is definitely not what I was fighting for, not at all. And when I discovered that all of this madness was the king's advisor's idea, I tried to stop it. But the king's advisor, Bazam, had planted his plot deep within the king's mind. I could no longer make the king see reason, even though I was supposed to be his future hand. The day the treaty was signed, I began trying to build a resistance in secret. I tried to get a man to take down Bizim, but there were few men who dared to oppose him. So I began trying to find support and sympathizers outside of the city. I eventually found some people who shared my aim far away in the southern Targan. That was how I got to know Roger at the time. He was preparing to fight against slavery. For a time, we communicated back and forth, sharing our thoughts and potential plan to abolish slavery. But when I finally felt confident enough to put my plan into action, Bizem caught me by surprise. He found out about my plan and put me in prison. My soldiers soon started a riot in order to free me, and so Bizem considered me a dangerous threat to the capital. He accused me of committing treason against the throne. I'm surprised you weren't hung for a crime like that. How did you escape the death sentence? Eventually, I should have been beheaded, but I was able to talk my way out of it in court. And with the support of my soldier, I escaped the guillotine when the council found me guilty of plotting against the king. However, Brizim didn't want me to get away. He tried to convince the council that I was plotting a coup and deserved more severe punishment. This Brizim sure was eager to get rid of you. What did he really have against you, Azam? He knew I was threatening his position as head advisor, and that I was the one who was trying to crush his scheme to trade slaves for more. He intended to execute me, but fortunately the king had his own plan. He preferred to have me dishonored and banished to Austria. I wouldn't have survived it if the king had refused to take my contributions to the capital into account. And I know the king still has a bit of trust in me since I was his future hand. He was only thinking about saving the kingdom when Bizim convinced him to accept his cruel plot. His good intentions unconsciously gave way to the advisor's horrid plan. He feels consoled by the sight of humans in northern Albion killing each other thanks to Brizim's plot, which ensures that Mugna Feud will rage forever. And naturally, the capital itself will get, gets the benefit of cheap labor, which keeps the economy running. No, that's horrible. Cheap labor, that's despicable. They are human beings for Lord's sake. This is the city of the damned. This place is cursed. There's so many times we could have find the bodies of those who were supposed to have fallen in battle. There were so many times we had nothing to say to a family when they asked for the bodies of their loved ones. He thought they were all dead and could never be found, but now it turns out they are all here as slaves. Those are my people. How could they treat my people like cattle, like their property? I'm sorry to say this, Messiah, but human life has never been of much value around here. The savage beasts, they will pay for this. Finn, you, how could you have done? How could you not know about this? Answer me. Messiah, please, I don't know anything about any of this. I swear. Your kingdom has been doing this to my people all this time. Speak, why? He was a slave himself at Tel Haran. He fought in the arena. Messiah, please stop it. I'm sure Finn has nothing to do with this. Arya, listen, you can't just put it all on him. She's right, Messiah. Please, you should stop blaming him. Messiah, you have to believe me. I have a terrible past, and I'm not that person anymore. I don't even know what kind of person you are. I heard everything you said when you told me about my past, about me being the Red Prince. I don't remember anything. All I know about my past is what you have told me. Shouldn't I be the one who doesn't have a clue about what kind of person I am? Please, Messiah, I've never hide anything from you. I'm just clueless as you are. We all are. But what good will it do to us if the only thing we want to know about is Finn's past? Give him a chance to prove himself. Open your heart and accept who he actually is now. Bah! Other than his obliviousness, I don't think he's got anything else to prove. Things keep getting more and more complicated. Why would Alteans let their prince become slave and tell Haran? If Altea need to send them prisoners on a regular basis, how could they maintain the alliance while one of them was out there killing so many potential slaves? I'm not sure about that, but the two things do seem to be related, and it very likely has something to do with Finn being here with us on this journey. Finn, do you have any idea how you ended up in Tel Haran? I don't know. The first thing I remember is waking up in Tel Haran as a slave. That's it, nothing more, I swear. If it's true, if his true self is still complete mystery, there is no way we can solve this riddle. We just can't count on him, and I won't waste any more time wasting on his memories to come back. Azam, where are the slaves being kept? Unless they have been moved, the slaves are being held in a detention room beneath the palace. I'm sorry, but I have to ask, what are you planning to do, Miss Arya? I'm going to set them all free, and you are going to help me to do it. Miss Arya, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that's impossible. That place is heavily guarded. There is no way we can break in without alerting the guards. So you expect me to just stand here and watch my people being treated like dogs? Don't bite off more than you can chew, Arya. If you act recklessly, you could put our entire mission in jeopardy. Are you saying that the lives of my people aren't even a priority? I understand your anger, Arya, and I promise that we will free your people from this misery once we secure the armament. No, I'm not going to let my people wait that long. I know you are concerned about your people, but you have got to see the bigger picture here. If we don't obtain the armament before the prodigy does, we could kill many more people out there. I really wish I could help you, Miss Arya, but sometimes we have to choose the lesser evil. I agree with Lady Sakatia. Let's stay focused on getting the ornament first. Or my people are going to rot down there. We will put a stop to all of this madness once we have the ornament. Arya, I promise you that. Alright. You don't have much time. Just get to the plan. What are you going to do, Azam? I'm going to meet the king and I'm going to try to get his permission to access the True Tree. You can be serious. After committing treason, your plan is to meet the king and ask him nicely. Fighting our way through to the tree is obviously not an option. Kale, I'm sure you have noticed how tightly the city is guarded, and the city is entirely different from Austria. You won't be able to start a revolution here. You see, the people of Gorais have no reason to complain about their lives. In fact, they generally are quite happy. Yes, I know that, but I'd rather sneak past the guards and make my own way to the tree. I know the palace well. There is no way you could get past all the guards without getting caught. Sounds like a challenge to me. Kale, listen, I know that you are what you are capable of, and of course you can try, but I wouldn't just risk it. If you get caught there, there is no chance for us ever reaching the tree. Everyone, please listen to me this time. I believe this is the time to go against the grain. Our only option is to talk this out peacefully. I know you always have a plan, Azam, but just talking to a king and asking him nicely, it doesn't even sound like a plan to me. Please, I need all of you to trust me. I know the king well, and I know that deep inside he trusts me. The only thing that made him this way is wisdom. So please let me do this by myself first. I beg of you. For Lord's sake, what makes you think the king will forget what you have done and forgive you just like that? Keep in mind, I was caught before I could take any kind of hostile action against the capital. I was banished for plotting against the king's arrangement with Altea, and I have already been punished. There should be no reason for the king to hold anything against me now. There has always been a code here. I'm not sure whether you are being foolish or just naive, perhaps both, but we will never know unless we try. I don't think there is any chance of the king letting us waltz right into the palace. I know that there is no certainty, but there is still an opportunity. I'm leaving now, and I'm going to give it out my all. I don't think what else to say. I don't have any. I don't know what else to say. But it's a terrible idea. Enough arguing. Just do what you need to do, Azam, and don't make us wait too long. Arya, Azam is the only one who knows what to do in this situation, so I'm just going to let him do things his own way. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing, Miss Arya, and thank you. I sincerely hope so, and don't make us regret this, Azam. I mean it. Don't worry, I'll be back soon. Yeah, you better be, because I'll hunt you down myself if you abandon us here. I know you're always prepared for the worst case, and that's actually the thing I've always depended on you for. You should get going now, Azam. Yes, please stay put and take this opportunity to rest. I shall take my leave now. The way he walks is funny as hell. I hope Mr. Azam is all right out there. He shouldn't be a stranger in his own home. If you ask me, we can't make ourselves at home just yet. In case we suddenly get kicked out of here. Is that the worst case scenario? Us getting kicked out of here? What isn't that bad enough for you? Then how about the idea of getting tossed back into Tel Anthony? I don't even want to think about that. I think that's enough best worst case scenarios for now, Kale. Look, I know nothing good is going to come out of this, so let's be honest here. How do you think the king will react to Azam's arrival? He said he's prepared. We can only assume that he knows what he's doing, just as he always does. That's not an answer. Let me clear this up for you. I don't know how warm it will be, but it's going to get some kind of welcome. Let's just pray it isn't a sword or a bunch of hostile soldiers that give it to him. If you can be bossed around, they will give you the heave, old heave ho. That's the rule. Who knows if this could lead to something worse than exile, Mr. Kale? Maybe you could just stop describing all the worst possibilities and try thinking of positive for once. Everyone without exception always has the urge to kill very deep inside of them, you know. Most people have the conscience to contain it, but socially hierarchy just lets those power give it free rein. Do you have any idea how much time Azam spent with those aristocrats? They put him at close range for anyone who needs to satisfy that urge. And you're telling me to think positively, you know, in the world where we always have to prepare for the worst. Do you really think that's gonna work? You said everyone would, without exception. Yes. Why? Are you saying that there are no good people, that everyone always has the desire to kill? Of course, yes, there are no good people. Only more or less sane people. Stop talking crazy, Kale. Hey, here, Finny, I'll give you one example. I'll prove to you that I'm right. Basically, it's similar to the feeling you get when you meet a cute little baby or a furry pet. You can't help but to hold it or hug it or squish it. Well, do you know what will happen if you squish it? Aside from whether your action is driven by fondness or hatred, I can't tell the difference. You sure do have a dark view of the world here. You are going to give nightmares just to take a rest and leave him alone. Listening to him isn't going to help. Yeah, don't waste your time listening to him jabber. That example doesn't even make much sense. Then do whatever you want. I remember the situation where Finn was being corned. It's been a long time. Does delivering a report to King usually take this long? I'm getting nervous. I told you, didn't I? If he didn't get into any trouble, he'd be here by now. Trouble? Is it possible that he got into trouble? That's why he hasn't come back yet. It's also possible that he's currently living it up in the palace. What? No way. You shouldn't be saying things like that about Mr. Azam. Well, it's one way or the other. Either he's all cozy in a regular-sized bed with all sorts of goodies and ladies, or he's got his neck between two blades. Whatever situation he might be currently in, the only thing we know for sure is that he will never break a promise. That's most likely scenario is that he wants to come back here, but he can't. Well, if you are also worried about him, should you really be staying here exposing your concerns? Of course not. We are going to get to the bottom of this. I believe he said we have to stay here for the palace. However, there is a way to make those ornaments out there obvious to the fact that we are amongst them. Do you mean we are going to sneak around? Is that really dangerous? Relax, my dear, that's not what I meant. What I meant is that we have to figure out Azam's whereabouts for ourselves because the situation is starting to get on my nerves. So now you want us to go out there and just talk around about the fugitive from the city. Come on, I know you can come up with better than that, ma'am. Do you, do I really have to teach you how to look for someone without making it too obvious? I thought you were clever enough to do this the right way, Kale. Oh, of course, sure, I know how to do that. I was just asking, you know. Good, now listen. We can attract attention by going out there together as a group. So we have to split up. Split up. Are you sure it's safe for us to go separate ways? Actually, I prefer to have Kale do the scouting, but we need to cover more ground and gather more information in as little time as possible. Whoa, scouting, eh? Sure, that's what I'm good at. Thanks. I believe it will be much safer and faster if we split up. We can't stay out there for too long. You all need to gather as much as information as possible and get back here as fast as you can. Alright, this sounds more like a plan to me. Keep in mind that we have to do this as fast as we can, so don't make a scene or draw any attention. Especially you, Kale. Don't try anything stupid or get into any trouble, understand? What, me? Of course not. You know I'm pretty good at this sort of thing. Okay, we are all set. Now, as for you, please, I don't want to stay here alone. Let me help. Fine. You can try looking for leads, but you can't talk to anyone. Oh, all right. I'm okay with that. Good. Now off we go. We will meet back here in an hour or even less. So I'm actually not going to meet them. I'm going to end this episode. I'm pretty sure you enjoyed the episode. We traveled to a new area, Gorias. I'm sure you loved it. Have a good day, good luck, good night, goodbye. This was Sam Rizvi signing off. Yes, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.